So hello guys, we are starting with the third video blog, and now in this video blog, as we have discussed on the previous blog, that we will be doing classifications of data analytics, but now we will be doing the SQL part. So with me you will be able to get into the what are the SQL parts and what we are doing. So in SQL we are starting with where clause. In the where clause you can see as where clause is used for the constraints which are to be implemented into the query to in order to filter certain results from being returned. We need to use a where clause in the query. The clause which is applied to each row of data by checking a specific column values to determine where clause was applied on each of the rows to check the specified column value with the condition, and it decides that row it should be returned to the results or not. So here is the basic syntax of using where. We are selecting column and then another column from my table. My table is the name of the database table from where we are extracting the data. Now there are the some operators through which you can go with the operators, and we will be implementing these operators into the queries according to the set of problems. Whatsoever are the set of problems, we will be implementing these queries. So basically this blog is for the using where clause, where condition in SQL queries and how to use them. We will get a brief overview in this blog. So here are some standard numerical operators. This one is equal to, this one is not equal to, this is less than, this is less than equal to, greater than equal to. And whenever we are required to get the data from a certain in a certain range, within a range, then we will be using between combination of between and operator in where clause. And if the condition occurs that number is not within a range of two values, then we will be using not between and. So what is the difference between and in? So basically the difference between and or in is in operator we have to give the certain values, like here it is given column name in 246, while if we want to get the values from ID 10 to 80, then we can't put all the 10, 11, 12 in operator. Between 10 and 80 this operator will be used more, it will be more efficient. No, similarly not in number does not exist in the list, we will be using this. So here is the exercise. I will be performing the same exercise in front of you. So these are the questions, these are the points we will be performing. This is the database. Basically this is the database. You can see this is the database, and in this database we are putting our queries and getting the results. Okay, so the second point is we have to find the movies which are released in the years between 2000 and 2010. So we will be using where year between 2000 and 2010. So as this is an inclusive thing, that here the year 2010 was given, so it is including this value also, like 2010. So this you have to keep in mind during some of the interviews or during some of the quizzes. This is, you have to keep in mind that between and operator is inclusive one. So let's see that if 2000 is included or not. So it's not there. So let's see if 2001 is there. Yeah, so we will be taking between 2001 and 2010. So it is including both the limits, the initial limit and the final limits. Okay, so now the third query is find the movies not released in the years between 2000 and 2010. So we will be using where year. We will be using this operator, not between and, with our data set. So here it is something like not between 2000 and 2010. Okay, so here also these two values are inclusive. You have to keep in your mind that these two values are always inclusive. Okay, now the second and the last option is find the first 5 Pixar movies. Okay, the Pixar movies and their release year. So we have to get into what are the Pixar movies by looking into the data, that what does Pixar means. Not able to look into it, that what is Pixar movies. So this from Pixar movies, it means that this whole database is of Pixar movies only, and we are taking. Okay, so we will be using the IT title, comma, year, where ID is less than or equal to 5. So it's done. This is the title of the these are the 5 Pixar movies and with the release years. So okay, so on the third lesson, you can say with where clause only, we will be getting a much advanced into it, and that will be included in our fourth video blog. So stay tuned with all these interesting facts and all these interesting queries. It will be a great help for you guys. Thank you.